let's take a look on the left-hand side in our main pane for elements we can add to the application. So under elements, we have widgets and other visual elements that we can use to build the application. So for example, we could drag over a form and we could add input fields. Let's say a currency field we want to add here, or a file picker. Or various other things like maps, camera, video sections, and so on. And as you build your app, under each page, you would see those items here. And if you wanted to rename them, you can go here on the right-hand side and give them different kinds of names if that's what you prefer. Then let's take a look here at smart contracts. So smart contracts are obviously the way to interact with Web3 blockchain. So let's add a smart contract, and we'll take a look at this later in more detail, how to interact with smart contracts. But here I'm just adding this hello world example smart contract, and I can, for example, add functions. It has only two functions, like store and retrieve. So let's call it store here as well. You could, in fact, give it different kind of names if you wanted to. And we can then see that our smart contract, as well as the functions that we have imported, will show up here. Then we can use all kinds of plugins which are connectors to various databases and APIs. So for example, I can have here a very generic REST API plugin where I can interact with anything that happens to be accessible via REST APIs. Or I could add a connector to a database. Let's say if I have a MongoDB and set here all my access control server parameters and so on for this database. So anything I add, again, shows up under the headline where it was added. We have JavaScript libraries, so I can add from a variety of such libraries and use that library in the JavaScript client code within the app. And there are other things such as code snippets and JavaScript objects that I can just create here if I wanted to just kind of add some custom code here that I can later on use for my app.